deja vu of what happened yesterday at the Chennai ground. This time, the culprits were SRH. They were coasting at 96 for 1. And then the wicket of Warner led to a collapse. And then it was RCB clinching victory from the jaws of defeat. I have a solid guest of panel joined by Naresh, Amanda, my dear friend Parag, and the rest of more. Welcome to all of you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you, Anis.
thanks for having us.
All right. Let me first come to Naresh. Repeat of what happened yesterday.
Absolutely, it looked like a complete copy paste, as you say it. But yes, this has been CSK's success, how they used to play at home, reading the wicket well and keeping the slower bowlers till the end. And I think the other teams are getting that knack of things of keeping. And I think playing three spinners, all the three varieties of left arm, off spinner, and a leg spinner was a brilliant move by RCB today. And then keeping them till the end, and Harshal Patel, who was their success in the last game. So I think they're reading the wickets well now. They know the importance of having good bowlers being kept who can vary the pace. We saw that yesterday, how Krunal and Rahul Chahar were holding the pace back, even using the crease so well at the bowling end. So it's good to see it's getting close and close, these games in Chennai.
Okay. Amanda, disappointed that SRH made a mess, or happy for RCB?
I'm a huge RCB fan, so I'm 100%. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right.
So I was saying, I'm a huge RCB fan, so I'm 100% happy for the team. I'm all for the team. Always been for RCB. And what a thriller of a match, because I think the last time RCB defended a total lower than 150 was back in 2008. So seeing the team, hold on, and seeing Virat give so much confidence to some of the youngsters and some of the domestic players, it's absolutely brilliant to see them perform so well against so many capped players of the other side. So I'm super happy for the team, and hopefully they keep this going.
Fantastic. Parag, I am sure you must be disappointed. We met for dinner, and at that time you felt that it is going to be Hyderabad. What happened to Hyderabad? Parag, are you there? Okay, till we get Parag, let me introduce you our youngster Aryan Lakha. Is the captain of UAE under 19, and now he's also playing the senior cricket. Welcome, Aryan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
What would you like to say about today's game? What is your assessment, quick assessment?
I think this game beats yesterday's game between Kolkata and MI, and just to see RCB do so well made me really happy, because I've been supporting RCB since I've been a kid, and just to see them winning games based on their bowling more than their batting, it's really good, and really hopeful for the season coming up, because the bowlers are doing really well. And as the time passes by, I think the RCB batters will be starting to get in touch as well.
All right. Parag, are you there, or are you still sulking from the defeat?
No,
I can't hear you.
I'm there. Okay. So yeah,
Relax,
I'm a very
hardcore. Relax. This is just the second game you have lost. Many more to lose.
No, but it was okay. So I say IPL is all about patience and to play till the end. And I think all credit to Bangalore for doing a great job. I'm a hardcore Hyderabad supporter, being from Hyderabad. And what I think saw that we were cruising. No, I'm here. I'm there. So we were cruising, and then from 14 overs, then the last 3 overs, 14th to the 17th over, I think that was the turning point. And they've done very well. RCB, all credit to them. They kept their cool, they kept their nerve. They kept bowling. Of course, they got Warner out. After that, I think everyone else just gave the wickets in. And then RCB just took it all over. So full credit to them. Yeah, it's a bad loss for Hyderabad, being a great supporter for Hyderabad. But full credit to RCB for keeping their cool, calm, and taking this game away.
Naresh, how would you talk about Maxwell's inning? Last year, this was the same Maxwell who did not know how to
Yeah.
go about. And today's Maxwell in 2 innings, he's been like the main guy because Virat Kohli was always depending on AB de Villiers. Now he's got the big show, Maxwell.
Yeah, and he won the man of the match, and in that interview he said that he's got that specific role. So I think Maxwell at 4 is what we are going to see for RCB for the entire season. Virat at 1, we are going to see that. I still, I'm not convinced of ABD being after Maxwell, but I think he answered that there is an experience of ABD after him, so he can go and play his style of cricket or his brand of batting. So if that's the justification which RCB has as a plan, I think it has worked well in both these games. Today was very critical. And what Parag mentioned, 14th over, if you see, there have been 4 matches over here in Chennai. 3 matches have shown what drastic changes happen after the around 13th or the 14th over. Mumbai has done it twice in their innings. Happened yesterday with KKR and today with SRH and RCB both, around that 14th over. And then that even that 145, 150 seems to be a defendable total.
All right. Amanda, Virat Kohli's captainship. I'm sure you must be very glad that, in a close game, he could pull this off because, a lot of times we've seen Virat Kohli and his bowlers leaking runs in the death and not able to control things. But this time they were spot on.
Absolutely, absolutely. Credit goes to the management for making that wise decision of, getting Harshal Patel in from DC and keeping him as a designated death bowler. And the fact that Virat has, and like Shahbaz himself said, that Virat had showed, had believed in him and given him the opportunity to bowl that game-changing over of his. And so I think credit to the entire RCB management and credit to Kohli for believing in domestic players like Shahbaz and Harshal, because I think normally in other teams you'd normally, like for Mumbai, they'd obviously give it to Jasprit Bumrah. For like a lot of other teams would have well-reputed Indian capped players bowling their death over. So credit to Virat Kohli, and I don't think his captaincy should be judged from now on.
All right. Aryan, Amanda mentioned about backing of Harshal Patel. Now, there will be days when he might go for runs. You see, he almost bowled 2 balls, which would have been very costly, which were no balls. And there might be those days where, he might leak runs. But as long as the management backs bowlers who have talent, who have the temperament to deliver, like the Mumbai Indians is backing, it's a good thing for RCB.
Yeah, I think definitely it's been really good for RCB in the first 2 games, the way they have bowled. And I hope it keeps going like that. The management has done really well. I think this year they've come with much more planning, and they've designated particular roles to their players. And once, as a cricketer myself, like I know when someone gives me a role, I find it much more easy to execute it. So I think it's really good to see RCB spending more time on the board planning, and now they're just executing the plans.
Okay. Parag, what does SRH do now? 2 losses from 2 games. How do they go about in the next match?
I think first they need to go back to the drawing board. It cannot just be David Warner's being the only player. It just can't be like 2, 3 players. Everyone has to chip in. Apart from Warner, Rashid Khan, I think the others. Everyone is gonna be there. And today's the total was easy. Not very much. They bowled well. They kept them contained at 149. So from that perspective, it was great. Cruising at 96 for 1, even if Warner went out at 96 for 2. Then after that, just the collapse of the wickets, it was very easy 6 overs. Hardly the rate asking was hardly about 10 runs an over, even lesser than that. But it was really a very bad performance from the middle order. So that's really not called for. Everyone has got to be part of the team, and I think everyone has to take ownership in terms of how they come. And I hope there's a big lesson from this, not taking things for granted. And I hope Hyderabad bounces back and at least plays positive cricket for matches to come.
Parag mentioned a very important point, Naresh, that teams learn from their mistake, go back to the drawing board. Now, we've seen 6 matches, out of which 4 matches have gone the same way. Teams have made that mistake. You see, going forward, at least in wickets like Chennai, people will make sure that they assess what the target is to be for the match.
Yeah, and as Aryan also mentioned about the roles, a little bit what has disappointed me in SRH approach is Manish Pandey. The 2 innings that he's played, he's got out at a very critical stage. I would consider him as a very senior member of the side. He's been an Indian national also. Today also, it could have been his game to take it to the end, but that didn't happen. Besto will not do well on this wicket at number 4. Warner has to take a call of Besto opening with him. Maybe he may have to sacrifice Saha's position in the side. Vijay Shankar, we really don't know what his role is. So yeah, they need to go back to decide, especially how they're going to play these situations on such tracks. They're going to change when they move to, say, a Delhi or a Mumbai or Bangalore or a Calcutta. That would change. Maybe the roles would change. But at this point of time, they haven't got a good start. They've lost both their games. They need to course correct very quickly by getting those people at the right positions who would go and get a finish done to the game.
Okay, Amanda, now are you still convinced with the batting strength of RCB? When you say it's Virat Kohli, Devdutt Padikkal, Glenn Maxwell, and AB de Villiers. Now, suppose if they are chasing against Mumbai Indians 170, 180, is this batting order enough?
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
We've seen what Virat can do. We've seen what AB can do. It's all right. I mean, we've definitely seen what Maxwell has done for us these last 2 matches, and of course they're gonna have to. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep going with Shahbaz at number 3, but I feel like to complete the side, to completely balance that side, we need to have a solid batting order. Like I feel like we've got great players like Virat, AB, and Maxwell, but we also need a couple more middle order batsmen. I still feel like we haven't got that as yet. Like when you look at again Mumbai Indians, you've got batsmen up till. You've got Rohit, you've got De Kock, you've got batsmen up till Pollard who can actually complete the job for them. So I still feel like we need to sort of find that right person in the middle order, and we're good to go. But as of now, I think we're doing well, and honestly, I feel like credit to the bowlers for their job.
Aryan, who's that player which Amanda is talking about? Who do you think will do the finishing touch?
I think, this is one thing which RCB still needs to work on. Luckily, it's a long tournament for us. So I would say, like, you cannot depend with your batting completely on the 4 of the top order batters. So I think there's a lot of strength in the bench right now for us. There's Mohammad Azharuddin did really well for Kerala. Then there's Rajat Patidar did really well for MP in domestic. And there's also another youngster, Finn Allen, who did really well recently in a T20 series against Bangladesh. So I think they need to try out their options and give a go to these players. And by the time we get to the 7th, 8th game, I think we should have a particular set batting order, because in the last stages of the tournament, it's really important that we have one playing 11 and they just know their role and they just keep going with it.
Parag, Rashid Khan. I can only say the rise and the rise and the rise of Rashid Khan.
We lost him.
I guess he's lost him.
Yeah.
Let us, Naresh, can you answer this?
Yeah, but before Rashid Khan, I'll add to Aryan. Daniel Christian is there for that role, but I think he hasn't fulfilled it yet. And if we see overseas, I think they're waiting for Daniel Sams to be fit again. I think Allen is a good replacement if they want to look at it. But yeah, Rashid Khan, he would enjoy bowling at such tracks. It suits his bowling. He can really hold on to his flight. He can get those turners or the googlies. Even we saw Chahal getting a very good turn today on this track. So yeah, Rashid Khan and Rashid Khan can also be a good finisher for SRH, which again today he failed. We did see a couple of good shots from him and a couple of good even catches also. But yeah, he's a great asset to any side he would be, and irrespective of where he would play in India in this IPL, he would be very effective.
Quickly, Amanda, Chahal, today he was unlucky, he didn't get a wicket, but bowled well. Off late, he's gone off the boil like Kuldeep. I wouldn't say exactly like Kuldeep, but happy with Chahal's performance?
I mean, some players always have a little bit of that, that not too great a phase in their career. So, yeah, I mean, it's all right. I think RCB has done a very good job in backing their players. So I think backing Chahal would be the way to go, and keeping him in the rest of the matches, because we've all seen what Chahal can do with the ball, especially when he's playing with RCB. He takes the most crucial wickets at the most crucial times of the matches. And so I think backing him would be the best option and not letting him go, because he's definitely, a wonderful bowler, fantastic bowler, and he never fails to do the job. So it's just, I think backing him and giving him that confidence, and he'll be back in no time.
My last question to you, Aryan, and I want to put you in a spot. 6 games, which is the team which you feel is the team RCB needs to beat?
I think right now MI is one of the biggest rivals, and we already got over them. So moving forward, I would like to see them beat CSK, because CSK is also another very well sorted side. They come out with set plans, and we have seen their players are getting informed. Suresh Raina back from after missing the last season. First game comes in, scores a good 50. So I think CSK is going to be a good game for RCB to win. And I hope we keep going like this.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Naresh. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Parag. And if you feel that this show adds a little bit of value to cricket, please share on your page. Get your friends to like the page. It's not about getting likes for the sake of like. If you feel that they are able to live their passion through us, why not? All right, guys.
Definitely. Thanks for having us.
So much.
Stay
Thank
safe, feel good,
Thank
and
you.
we'll catch up with you guys very soon. All right, all the RCB fans, enjoy the night tonight. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.